Making things better. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Oh, your opinion matters here. Your opinion matters. Trust me. Welcome to episode 291 of Monday Night Going In Raw. It is I, it is he, it is me, PWD, Tepokuyan, from the Place to Be Reviews. Right back here with all of yous. What is going on? We've got the panel here with us, folks. We got CJP here with us. Welcome, sir.
How's it going?
Good to have you. It's going.
We got some juicy stuff to talk about tonight. Well, also some funny stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun planned for you guys this evening. Thanks for being here, CJ. Appreciate you as always, brother. Mr. Adam Shawhan, the super fan, is here.
Hell, man. Happy to be here for life as always, brother. This should be a woo-hoo-hoo barn burner.
You know, smoke them if you got them kind of night. Speaking of that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be token up later because we're gonna need to be stoned to get through this shit. But next on the panel, ladies and gentlemen, he's the one that shuts it down when the goyim know. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Fisk is here.
Oh, yeah. I was holding the Vince all day, and then I realized that I needed more fiber.
You know what I realized today, Chris? My beard's long enough. If I really wanted to go like Hasidic, I can twist the sideburns now. I got to get the hat. I think I have the ring bearer because it was like Erica's godson. We got married. The ring bearer was a little kid, and for some reason we ended up with his fedora, but it looks more like one of those flat Amish hats. I'm gonna put it on and braid the sideburns and see what we can do. Welcome, man.
I would hire someone just so I could shit upon her head. If I were a Vince man.
It's called taking
a McMahon.
Hey! If I were a McMahon.
It's if I were a McMahon.
You might get a little crispy.
And I'm lightheaded already. Welcome, Chris. Glad to have you, bro. I suffer for my art, folks. And speaking of art, that's a great segue. Last but certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, Vinnieart, Mr. Vinnie Mac, Vinnie Tartamella.
Did somebody say shit? John Laurenitis, just stick it in her mouth.
I'm John Laurenitis, and I've got penis power.
Yeah, that's where he got the power of people. It was like the power of penis, but he's like, we can't say that on TV. We gotta say
damn
people.
it, Stephanie. Get Shane. Tell him to get my big dildo, the really big one. You know, Cock Lesnar. That's what I call it.
It's Lesnar's music hits. I don't know. That's just Lesnar coming to the ring.
Andre the Giant dildo.
Lesnar
What about
walking
the
into the
Omas?
room to fist Janelle Grant to his own theme music. We're 5 minutes in and the fisting has begun, ladies and gentlemen.
I agree. Reconstructive surgery. There was never a wrestler named Reconstructive Surgery. I know.
Oh God. Yeah, that's oof, yeah. We'll be talking about Vinny. Let's say hi to the chat, not Vinny here. The Vince McMahon, not Vinnie Mac in the lower left corner of your screen. The images are reversed.
I
Hailstorms.
prostituted my daughter as well. Stephanie, get to work.
And I did it for you, Daddy.
Hailstorms are approaching the Midwest and going to take a giant softball-sized icy deuce on all of us. So we are all Janelle Grant.
It's
gonna
called
get paid?
taking a McMahon.
Hail, Manliness, Lurch, Slight Return, JB, Keely Chow, Nefarious. Keely, you haven't missed any women yet, so you're all right. Anime Night, what's going on, brother? Welcome.
What's up, Anime?
Welcome.
Is that the 1992 space movie? Oh, sorry.
Maybe. Etep Shapiro. Hi, I'm Etep Shapiro, the Etep Shapiro Show. I just did a song with Tom McDonald. Eminem co-signed, said it was great. Best song ever. Oh, wait, that's in Shapiro. Etep Shapiro.
He corrected himself.
Yep, he got it right here. I'm Etep the Pharaoh. Just Joe. If one positive thing came out of Poopgate, it was Braun Breaker getting Brock's spot in the Rumble, looking like a star. Yes, that is one of the bright. We'll talk about the Royal Rumble. We'll talk about that in a little while. What up, Papa Cotton? Ruben, I just talked, and the women get wet. Is what Ruben said.
And pregnant, I'm sure.
Just like McMahon.
What?
Just like McMahon.
What?
Oh, God damn it, Austin. It was me all along.
What's up, Carl? Hail.
Who I should have saved it, but someone did a great mashup of the "Get out of here, you rapist!" and then it's Vince McMahon coming out.
Doing that walk.
It's so good.
Wait, Chloe, how much more thing has Vince done that we don't even know about? Oh, yeah. A lot,
This makes
I'm
the
sure.
plane ride from hell look like a ride on a school bus.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
Preschool
fine.
bus at that, man. It's nothing.
The
Short
lovely Sherry shows up. as
Hey.
We're talking about. Hey, Sherry, welcome back, girl. Should we
Sherry, you want to work
Sherry,
for
baby.
Titan Towers?
They don't
I mean,
It's like, what the
welcome.
hell did I just...
Welcome, Sherry. Welcome. You guys talking shit? Literally, hail, Frank. Yeah, we are. We
Pretty much,
you know,
yeah.
Sherry showed up in the chat, and we were just like,
Put a chick in it, make her gay.
we're not saying you're gay, Sherry, but we don't have any other chicks, so we just, you happen to be the one that got the gif. I know. God damn it, I'm sorry. That was bad. I'll lie to myself and say
It's not a lie if you believe it.
And I do. And I believe that was a perfect segue into some headlines. So our first headline comes from Bounding into Comics, and it is Daisy Ridley runs massive damage control. I should do this. Wait, headline one. Wait, we got to do it.
Headline number 1.
Forgot I had those. Yeah, we're up in the production here. Real professional I am. Daisy Ridley runs massive damage control for Disney. Says claims that Star Wars fans are sexist have been blown out of proportion. Are we buying or selling sentiment here? I'm not buying sentiment. I'm not.
I don't care. It's not going to make me like those horrible movies.
No.
Anybody.
nope.
No, not at all.
They sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Although
Yes.
a lot of it, I don't lay at her feet.
Oh, no, not at all.
She's a paid participant in all this, obviously, but I lay all this on the feet of Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams.
Yep.
They're the ones that wrote and promoted that character that way.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to remember, she signed a multi-picture contract right from the
Yes.
beginning. She didn't know what
Absolutely.
was going to happen after that first one. They didn't know what was going to happen after that first one. There was no proper script. There was a bastardized outline that George Lucas gave them, and they continued to bend it over, and they did worse than what McMahon did to Janelle Grant. And then by proxy, we all got, the bad end of that one as well.
Shit all over it.
Dude, all of those, like, every one of those movies was freaking garbage. Like, I remember seeing the trailer and getting my hopes up, and then once I saw it, I was like, what's the point of this film?
See, I saw the trailer for The Force Awakens and decided to say, I'm good. I'm just going to wait until everybody else watches it, and I'll see what the consensus is, and I'll figure out if I actually want to watch this thing or not. I didn't see The Force Awakens until after I watched The Last Jedi.
Oh.
You saw The Last Jedi first?
I did.
Okay.
I wasn't even going to go see I wasn't going to go see The Last Jedi, though. One of my coworkers bought tickets. He's like, yeah, I know you're a Star Wars fan, man, and let's go check this out. And so at that point, I'd sat out Rogue One, too, because Rogue One came out in 2016. I didn't see that until, I didn't go to the theater to see it. I rented it. It was about probably 6 months after it came out. And then I saw Last Jedi in the theater. Now, seeing Rogue One, I was like, okay, like, I like this. Like, and see, that was the preconceived thing I had going in, though. I'm like, Rogue One wasn't great, but then I watched Last Jedi, and I'm like, watching The Last Jedi anyway, I was like, within 5 minutes, like, why is there your mama joke, like, at the beginning of the movie? That doesn't fit in this. But to the Daisy Ridley, I don't see her just saying this out of nowhere, because if that was the case, she would have said it, 6-7 years ago now.
Yeah, like Henry Cavill did when he was talking about fans, and he's like, no, that's just passion. There's no such thing as toxic fandoms. Like,
Yeah.
Boy, those producers did not like that when he said that.
Nope. That's why he's a pariah now. I mean,
This is them doing damage control because of the pushback that they got by naming Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy the director, and going with a new Jedi Order. I will get your question here in a minute, Clone Geek, before we go to the next headline. But yeah, I think this is all PR. This is all spin, and it's like I said, I don't blame Daisy Ridley. I never did. Never. She seems honestly like she's probably a pretty fucking cool chick. Like, I know she swears
her and her triplet sisters.
Yeah. And I want to shake her dad's hand for having fucking her and mom for having amazing genetics.
Yeah.
But there are 3 of them now.
Right.
We will not survive this.
But as an actress, I don't see it being her fault. That it was a shit script and
bad material.
It's like
Kelly
Kelly.
was great in Murder and
I didn't blame her.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Not
That
Kelly
was
Marie Tran's
all
fault either.
fucking Ruin Johnson.
Dude, did you see what they like? Who on the production staff hated Kelly Marie Tran?
I know. She's a gorgeous woman.
Yeah, she's this like hot, dishy Asian chick, dude. And they like made her the frumpy, dumpy, like mop-headed, like it's like those when you see those models on the runway, like high fashion, and you're like, who hated these models this much to dress them this stupid?
Oh yep. That's exactly it, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. That whole situation is, it's damage control. It's the Disney spin doctors. I have no interest in the movie anyway. I have none other than watching it fail. Now that not watching the movie, but just watching the finances, that to me, that shit interests me. I want to see how bad it does, because we talked about Aquaman a little bit last night off air, and Aquaman has made double what the Marvels did, and Aquaman is a bomb. It's just over 400 million. And I see you, Just Joe. Now, this is in response to Clone Geeks, who's going to prison, who's more likely to go to prison, Vince or Trump. Just Joe says, Vince has a 50-50 chance of going to prison, but Vince is a genetic freak and he's not normal. So he has a 25% chance at best of being guilty.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice.
Yeah.
You didn't think I was going to play the whole fucking thing, did you?
I love that you did.
Greatest promo of all time.
Yes, it
Quick,
was. And
we need to get a new contract for him. Get Janelle over here. She's going to be in the contract. We're going to fuck her.
Oh, God. Let's go to our second headline.
Headline number 2.
A week end box office. Nothing this week at the box office. Like Beekeeper came in at number 2, Wonka 3, Beekeeper 6, Wonka 5 million respectively. Aquaman is 6 weeks in and they're down to 7th at 2.7 million. Godzilla -1 made 2.7 million. That one right now is at 102 million worldwide
on a $15 million budget with no advertising.
Wow.
Yes.
Was that new number? Was that the black and white one? Because they said I think it was just for the 26th that weekend that it was a black and white version of the movie.
And
I don't know if colors come out yet or not.
I don't know.
Sure
remember that movie American Fiction where Jeffrey Wright writes he writes a stereotype black novel because he wants to make money instead of writing, a well thought out novel because that doesn't sell according to his publicist. That one in its 7th week is 2.5 million. That's only brought in. We need to see the budget on this because it has $11,544,000 worldwide, with no international release at all. Apparently, nobody in overseas cares about the black experience as a writer.
It has only a $1.8 million budget.
1.8. So it's actually made money.
Yeah.
It made like $10 million.
It's the
Well,
Nintendo console approach.
Actually, I'm actually kind of impressed that number one, I did not know the budget on that movie was that low. I did not realize it had. Wow, that's
What's the name of this movie again?
American Fiction.
American Fiction.
That's the name of one of my black dildos.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh shit.
Well, Cody Choate is actually a good name for a dildo.
Oof. Yeah, so really nothing else at the box office this weekend to speak of, other than as I scrolled down, I did notice one movie that has been on the list longer than any of the other entrants, and that is Oppenheimer at 28 weeks. Yeah. It made $924,000. It is at $955,706 or $955,706,395 worldwide. The international or the domestic to international split is 34% domestic, 65 international, 627 million international, 328 domestic.
Are they trying to keep it out so it'll actually hit $1 billion?
Probably.
They're 45 mil away, so. It's at 2 million a day, if they can hold that number. But I mean, you're 28 weeks in. Are you holding $2 million a day at the theater when you've got, it's already on streaming? That's which I don't know how it's still making money unless it's what IMAX or something like that.
Maybe.
Could be.
But yeah, that's
3D maybe.
That's about it at the box office for that headline. So
we don't have a theater anymore, so I can't help watch anything.
I go, but it's got to be something good. Like the movie playing now, I had never even fucking heard of it. I'm like, I don't even know what this is.
Oppenheimer, the Derek Chauvin story.
Here we go. Let's see. Do we have headline? Yeah, headline number 3. And Vinny, this is a particular interest to you and Chris, being as you guys are involved in the comic book industry. So let's do headline number 3.
Headline number 3.
Black Lightning creator Tony Isabella declares he will get right-wing creeps kicked from comic conventions.
They're already kicked from comic conventions.
Yeah.
And this was from That Park Place, and I know he had beef with Eric July at which it was one of the bigger ones, one of the bigger conventions.
The Black Lightning creator.
Yeah. He looks like somebody who's on a list, to be honest with you. And yeah, his tweet from 3 days ago: if I'm at a con, my booth is a safe place for LGBTQ plus folks or anyone being harassed by right-wing creeps. Come to my table. We'll get the con involved. We'll do our best to get the creeps booted from the con. No event should ever be okay with these creeps.
This is one I've been to a ton of conventions, right? I don't ever remember being at a convention and people pushing any type of propaganda one way or the other at the convention.
Yeah.
Usually they're sitting there trying to sell their artwork or whatever other items that they're selling at their the vendors at their booths. I don't remember anyone being no LGBTQ whatever or no whites allowed or I don't remember that.
Yeah, I fully invite LGBTQI2 whatever.
I invite
customers,
anyone who has eyes and a wallet.
Yeah, like that's the thing is it's not convention goers' business what my political affiliation is, and I'm not publicly sharing it at a place where I'm trying to do business.
Right.
Yeah.
Mainly this is probably right here. His booth isn't a safe place for underage kids.
No.
Well, doesn't it reek of something a male feminist would say?
Yep.
Yes.
It does. Because we've been to cons, and I mean, there wasn't any of that shit going on a couple years ago,
dude.
When we were at the con together, when Phoenix was there, it wasn't that. He was, like you said, Vinny. He was there, selling his stuff, and everybody else was too. We got.
Well, I can tell you
stuff, and we got some comics. I mean, there was all kinds of stuff there.
I can tell you this, from the video game side. Okay. The people that harass the booth babes, the ones that touch when they're not supposed to or have no permission to do so, they're generally not the right wingers.
No,
just
no, they're not.
There.
Yep. You're not wrong.
I even asked the Pikachu. I was like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" Because I'm sorry. When do you see a full Pikachu? Somebody dressed up in a
sexually harassed Pikachu.
You know what I did see? You know what I did see at a convention? Anyone remember Pedo Bear?
Yes.
There was a guy dressed as Pedo Bear at the convention, and he was getting a shit ton of photographs with kids. And then I knew who the guy was underneath it. He was fucking hilarious. And then someone was starting to tell the parents, and he wasn't allowed to bring the costume anymore.
Once they found out what it was.
Yeah, he was literally just making a joke.
Mela says he probably will share space in the Charlie Sheen Crisco booth.
No, I would be interested to get Adrienne Curie, who's based, she's freaking based now. I would love to get her perspective on who the people are who did shit that I guarantee you she's not going to be like they were right winger creeps. Like,
well, she was in Hollywood too and the modeling industry, so. She'd tell you right up. I'll guarantee it. It ain't the right wingers.
Yep.
No.
They're too busy. They're too busy shitting on people.
Yeah, they're too busy being trolls.
Too busy shitting on people.
Is that some kind of personal attack?
Well, if
Alright,
you shit on people, yeah.
I never go to a convention and loudly, proudly say, I'm a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
it.
want to meet the person that is doing whatever it is they're doing at that convention. That's what I'm there for.
Yeah,
Right? Like I don't give like that's the thing.
It's not
like,
a rally.
I've been going to the cons I've only been going for a couple years now, right? So I've been to I've been to 2 Horror Hounds, which those are big, and then the Grand Rapids one, which was smaller, and then a few little small ones here and there, like local ones. I've never once seen anybody have any issues. And I mean, let's be honest, a lot of the times if these people are like alphabet at a convention, you can fucking tell. You can tell.
Because that's their personality.
Yes. So I have never and that kind of cosplay, that's like their time to shine, you know, because they can just let they can fly the freak flag at that point. So Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
I've never seen anybody have any fucking issues at any of the conventions ever. Ever.
Yeah.
Like it just, and I mean, like I said, I've only been going for a couple of years, and especially in the last couple of years, the shit has been pushed more to the forefront, especially through like the nerd culture and the convention scenes and stuff like that, because we see this Tony Isabella as evidence. We see all these comic book pros bitching about right wing at cons, right? No, like CJ said, nobody's going in there being like, I'm fucking mad. No, you're not. You're going to get autographs, buy memorabilia, hang out with your friends, and fucking have a good time. That is the last place that people like us want fucking to have a political discourse.
Exactly. People are spending hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending if they got family there as well. If they're hunting for autographs, buying books, graded books, shit like that, toys, other merchandise.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit about politics. No one's talking about politics at these conventions.
Nope.
And the thing is so to not to play devil's advocate, but like what this guy is saying is if someone's being an asshole to somebody, yeah, call them out, man. Like that doesn't mean they're right wing. Like, yeah, if there's like some homophobic asshole saying shit, you'll get right wingers that'll back you up, man. They'll be like, yeah, this guy's an asshole. Get him out of here. Like,
I think the closest I ever got to a political discussion was Gary Lockwood complaining about Chase Masterson's hair color. He's like, he literally told me, see, she's going to look at her pictures of herself 20 years down the road and go, what the fuck was I thinking?
Right. That's funny.
That's literally all I've ever had as a political discussion at any con I've ever been to.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never had it come up ever. But let's see.
He was also I also got to talk to Frank Gorsham at the same time, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Let's do headline number 4. Here we go.
Headline number 4.
Recasting Black Panther for the MCU's post-Avengers 6 reboot. So they're planning. Now they're just like, fuck, we got to burn it to the ground and start over.
They're doing a reboot?
Allegedly after Avengers 6. Yeah, they're going to reboot the entire MCU now. But as the guy that has a laboratory that he wishes was as cool as mine. Take that with a grain of salt, my friend. God. As it comes from ScreenRant.com.
Actually, that would be hilarious to have Robert Downey Jr. play T'Challa.
It's Kirk Lazarus as T'Challa.
That would be meta as hell and hilarious.
Doom cunt isn't a source. Hans cock is. Never forget that.
So here's some of the names that they had in the running. They had Derek Luke, who is in Antoine Fisher, Captain America, the First Avenger, and The Purge, 2019. Let's see. Michael Jai White. We all know who Michael Jai White is. I was going to say Michael Jai White's a bit old at this age. I'm not saying he's not in fantastic shape because the dude is
for
still
Black Panther.
Yeah, little
In the 90s, Michael Jai White, yeah, but
yeah. If he's going to
years
play his
later.
father, that makes more sense, and that way he
That's
could
what I was
don
thinking.
the suit for
Yep. Omari Hardwick from Miracle at St. Anna, Power and Army of the Dead. He has a very pronounced beard. I like it. John Boyega.
I would think he would avoid Disney like the plague.
Right? He's not going to
They
want to
did
go
him
back
dirty.
to work for Disney. Yeah.
You did him dirty, man.
Laz Alonso, Mother's Milk from The Boys.
Him I could see. I like him.
I liked him
out
in
a
The
little
Boys.
though.
I like him, but he's
Not
not the right shape, man. That guy's like he's
little
kind of built
bulky.
like a football player.
Yeah, he's big.
He's thick and big. You
he's
want
thick.
Black Panther to be sleek. Like he's got to
Yeah,
be in
cat-like.
shape, but
Yeah.
Can we
He's more
get
like
out of retirement?
he's
we
more
what?
like M'Baku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a new Killmonger.
Yeah.
yeah.
Adewale Akinua Agbajai, Mr. Echo from Lost. And he was Adebisi in not The Wire, but Oz. Suicide Squad, His Dark Materials.
What about the guy who played Hawkman in Black Adam?
Dude,
He's a good
Yeah.
what's his name? I was against the race. Aldous Hodge.
go.
Yeah. Something like
I was against the race swap of Hawkman, and I watched the movie, and I'm like, surprisingly, I didn't even give a fuck when I watched the movie. I know there's people who are diehards that are going to be like, "You fuck, I'm a pariah," but no. He was good. He was good. He was one of the good things about that movie.
Yeah,
Michael
he was blackwashed before that though. Like the Hawkman, they did the whole blackety black thing long before Aldous.
Yeah.
Okay.
and, like
David Duke from Black Panther.
who's that white guy when he talks about white people. You know that guy.
Is David Duke still alive?
I don't know.
What have you got here, Adam?
The Pikachu. When do you see a life-size Pikachu? That's what I'm
true.
saying. Like,
Unfortunately, that looks like Pikachu in bondage gear.
it was a Deadpool Pikachu.
It's supposed to be Deadpool, but it looks like a gimp.
It just
That's
makes it look
hilarious.
like
Like a
bondage gear.
Thank you, Pikachu. Put the Pokeball up your ass.
Pikachu.
So I was like,
Everybody
"Can I
thinks
get a
Pikachu's
picture
the
with
boss
you?"
of
And they were
this.
like, "Yeah," and fucking hot ass chick with him too. So yeah, I got the picture. She took it. I was like, "Awesome, thank you."
That's cool.
Again,
She took it, huh?
she took it. She took it hard.
Bring up the gift.
Number 4, speaking of the gimp, Michael Ealy from Too Fast, Too Furious, About Last Night, Westworld, but I know him as Ricky from Barbershop.
You know, if they really want to go for a wild casting, they should get Tony Cox.
Tony Cox.
Is he the little midget?
Yep. There was a Bad Santa.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Midget in Hollywood.
beats up Jim Carrey.
I know.
Okay, now this I swear to God, this is a troll job. David Oyelawa from the special edition of Star Wars has the theatricality of a Wakandan king. And he starred in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Selma, and The Midnight Sky. I'd never heard of this guy.
Another racist.
Let's see. Lakeith Stanfield from Short Term 12, Get Out, and Judas and the Black Messiah. He was the one guy in Get Out that wore the straw hat, like the one black guy they'd
Old guy.
taken his. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a good
Running in the
actor.
middle of the night.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
That movie
I-
felt racist.
I like.
No,
Get
that was
Out
a really
because
good movie.
It was good. It was good because it was funny because the bad white people were the leftists.
Lefties. Yeah.
Yep. They were the leftists.
Lucky
It's so
Wilson.
funny. Jordan Peele's married to what's her name, Chelsea Peretti, and then their number one choice is Is it Yain? Yain Noel. It's Y' Ian. Yeen? It's probably Yeen or something.
I guess
damn.
we'll get another shot.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
And then his last name is Noel or Noel. But has expressed interest in playing T'Challa. He was in Insecure, The First Purge, and The Photograph. But yeah, that's I don't see anybody on that list who I don't care. I want to see something ridiculous though. Like I don't know, the Ghost of Tiny's.
I want Tony Cox now. Now that I've said it and I have it in my mind, I want Tony Cox as Black Panther. I want to see him make a tiny costume and everything.
Wow.
What up,
Actually,
Lucky?
holy crap. I just looked up Ian Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't know who he is. I've never seen any of the shit that. Wait, what did Papa say? Cat Williams should be Black Panther. I'd fucking watch the shit out of that if it was Cat Williams. Yup. I honestly, Papa, at that point, that's what it would take for Marvel to get me back to a theater. Would be Cat fucking Williams as Black Panther, and I want to see. Well, no, they killed off Queen Mother. Angela Bassett. She drowned. Fucking Namor drowned her. Namor, the boy without love. Namor,
the boy without package because they CGI'd it out.
I think it's Yalan or Elon.
Yalan.
Yeah,
Elon?
I think that's an L. Not. I
Okay.
think that's a lowercase L, not an uppercase I. Sorry.
That would be the only time that Kevin Hart would feel tall.
Yeah, dude. Chris, I give up at this point with these fucking names. I give up.
I know.
It's like I feel like Mr. Costanza. Whatever happened to "Hello, Joe? Nice to meet you, Sam."
Yeah.
It makes me think of the Key and Peele bit where it was all the East-West Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Jabir your biggest teeth.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron. Oh,
who was the guy that says present?
Oh, Timothy. That's the substitute.
Timothy.
Son of a bitch. Hey, Ron. That's a good segue. Because it's time to segue into our next topic, and right after these, I'll tell you what it is.
Lock your doors, close your windows, turn out your lights, for thrills and chills await you every Saturday afternoon at 2 on the TV20 Thriller Double Feature. Stay with a friend, say your prayers as grisly ghouls close in to seal your doom. You won't sit still as demons, mummies, and mysterious forces hunt down their victims and cause your blood to run cold from the terror you'll experience on the Thriller Double Feature. Every Saturday at 2 p.m. right here on TV20.
Okay, so at one point I thought that someone was being haunted by Ted Turner.
I'm Ted Turner, and I own CNN.
I colorized the moon.
I bought Casablanca. Wait, I got Ted. We got a super chat from Nelson.
Oh.
Hang on, I got Ted's here. Ted's here. I swear to God, I still have I still have it when we're doing the Monday Night War.
Hicksvillian?
I'm Ted Turner. How you doing, folks? I was married to Jane Fonda. Hannah Jane.
They are ants, Michael.
God damn it, Ted. I'm going back to Doom Tap's fucking lab. my kitties. All right. Nelson, for your $2 super chat. And yes, I'll put it in the private chat, and CJ will remind me at the back end. We will play your video because we're getting ready to go into another. We're going to play a game. We're bringing back a game we used to play a couple years ago, and we've kind of retooled it. And we're going to bring it back. But first, Nelson, for your $2 super chat, sir, I think it's time for some Eddie Murphy. yeah, some of my kids heard me do. They were singing the bird is the word, so they heard me singing it like Peter Griffin. So I had to do Peter Griffin impressions. I taught gym classes. Peter Griffin. All right, I recast myself as Peter Griffin. That is our game, folks. We are going to recast the lead, and we'll do that right now. And that's right. We are going to recast the lead of J. Robert Oppenheimer in Oppenheimer, played by Cillian Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to recast that role. Like I said, I told you guys, I kind of thought about this as I was cooking, and I was bouncing my ideas off the wife. So I have mine. But we're going to, I got the official Place to Be Reviews notepad here. And we'll go around and we'll take everybody else's in chat. Feel free to chime in on this as well. CJ, who would you recast J. Robert Oppenheimer as if you were the Weinstein here? You're the producer. You can recast this.
Well, I get Sydney Sweeney to do it just so I can fuck her on the couch.
Make eye contact with
If I'm actually going to be Harvey Weinstein in this situation, that's what I'm going to do.
Sky Blue.
No, I was being more facetious with the Weinstein reference, but no.
Okay.
Good for you.
My bad.
It's okay. It's all right. I like Sydney Sweeney. If we're gonna gender swap, she's J. Roberta Oppenheimer. Sydney Sweeney. I'll show those jacks.
I'm gonna drop 2 bombs right here.
Yes.
But they're not A-cup bombs. These are D-cup bombs.
All right, Adam, what about you?
I mean, just based off what he just said, I'm going to go with the character, The Mask, that Jim Carrey played, because shit, let him have it, right? I'm just going off CJP, but before that, I was going to say Bryan Cranston, because I didn't see the movie, but like when I saw the shot, I'm like, Cranston.
All right, I like Bryan Cranston. I'm going to go with that.
So
we'll go with Bryan Cranston. All right. So we got Sydney Sweeney and Bryan Cranston so far. Now, Chris, what about you?
Looks wise, and I was thinking more like Ralph Fiennes, the English patient.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took this one seriously. Everybody else has like funny things, and I'm like, no,
I was gonna, but I mean, I'm following CJ, so I mean, that's why I kind of did the duel.
You can be as off the wall as you want. It's absolutely open to
oh
anything.
shit! Then I picked
okay, fine. I take it back. DJ Qualls. No.
I'm gonna drop a bomb.
I like that one better.
That's literally. I was about to say, if we're dropping bombs. If it's going to be comedy, I'd say Danny DeVito. Anyway, I just started dropping bombs. If we're going to be serious, I would say Michael Fassbender.
Oh yeah.
All right. Mine, after much deliberation, I thought about it because I went strictly comedy. I'm thinking about this. I'm like, Oppenheimer, I'm going to make this shit a comedy. I'm like, okay. I'm like, if I go 80s, I'm like, what about Chevy Chase? Like Chevy Chase,
like us.
Fletch, Spies Like Us, Fletch, where he's always fall. Yeah. So like, I thought Chevy Chase, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, what about Bill Murray? I'm like, Bill Murray is Oppenheimer.
That would be great.
I'm like, I could see like sarcastic, snarky Peter Venkman asshole like Oppenheimer. I'm like, okay, but then I'm like, I want pure comedy. There's no chance anybody's taking this seriously. I'm like, Rob Schneider.
Yeah,
Rob Schneider is Oppenheimer.
Rob Schneider is J. Oppenheimer.
Yes.
You know who would be
like,
hilarious comedy, but not intent? Like he didn't even know he was intentionally making it funny. Would be like Jordan Peterson. Oh God.
Oh God,
all sorts of things have
caused all
gone
sorts
wrong.
of problems.
Let's see.
Oh shit.
All right, so we got in the chat. We got, of course, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Well, he was a fan of Little Boy.
Clogy's coming in with Bill Cosby.
Bippity boppity.
Godzilla is like, well, if he was still alive, Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes.
Got the bomb on Japan.
I can't believe that.
Gene Wilder from Willy and the Wonka Factory. You know, the only real movie. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Papa Cotton
Kevin
coming in
James.
with Kevin James.
Yeah, here comes the boom. From
Yeah, right. Well, hold on, man. Yeah, I like that with the Willy Wonka dude, Gene Wilder. Because
Oh, yeah.
when he yells, man, he's got, especially seeing Young Frankenstein, he's got that gravitas. You know, he's got that presence about him when he gets into it. So I think that would be great.
Vince, because he has experience dropping bombs. Pedro, his villain will come with Pedro Pascal because he's just in everything. We're coming up like
Mexican
that's
Oppenheimer.
The Netflix version.
Listen, I'd rather see a Mexican Iron Man than see Oppenheimer. No, it's not going to.
Clone game popping in with Kermit the Frog. Godzilla falling up with.
Yeah.
I have become death, the destroyer of worlds. And the destroyer of Miss Piggy's backside. And Taylor Swift, apparently, because I keep seeing myself on online banging Taylor Swift.
It smells like bacon, doesn't it, Kermit?
All right, chat. Since since I'm hosting the game, my option is not on there. You see the 4 other panelists. Their options are in the chat. We got 19 watching. I expect everybody to vote on there now if you can. 20 watching. Let's get them vote on the chat. We have A, Sydney Sweeney, B, Brian Cranston, C, DJ Qualls, D, Danny DeVito. Woo, the numbers are moving. All right, so everybody's got to vote right now. We got 25% across the board. See what we have here is Florida is where our hanging chat is right now with that vote. We got 5 votes in, 40% Sydney Sweeney, 20 for everybody else. Let's vote. Let's get the votes in, guys. We got 10 votes, 11 votes. It's bouncing around everywhere. 21 watching. Vote in the poll in the chat right now. Who should play the new version? The Place to Be Reviews is putting on a new production. We are doing a reboot of Oppenheimer. Our votes for lead are A, Sydney Sweeney, B, Brian Cranston, C, DJ Qualls, D, Danny DeVito. We got 14 votes. We got 20 watching. Hit those fucking numbers, ladies and
Parrot
gentlemen.
Head's idea, Andrew Dice Clay. Yo, I just dropped the fucking bomb. Hey,
Hey, so
oh wait, I'm not Vince fucking McMahon.
I'm watching,
go.
Etep, but I'm not voting. So
I
sorry.
said, don't apologize, Adam. I had my tongue up this chick's ass and I pressed the fucking keys and I dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Oh, it was fucking fantastic. You should have heard us squeal. They couldn't have seen it coming anyway. Oh, wait. Wrong island over there.
Says Jay Lawrence, but the problem with Jennifer Lawrence is Oppenheimer's not an action movie.
Yeah, but Jennifer Lawrence was Oppenheimer first, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't she? I think she was Sid. Let's see. We got 15 votes. Sydney Sweeney right now tied with Danny DeVito at 33%.
See what happens when you go serious.
DJ Qualls, 20%. Brian Cranston, 13%. Brian Cranston got some love, though. Some representation for Brian Cranston in the chat. So you guys, we'll let that one run for a few more minutes here. Yeah, I think right now, like I said, I couldn't include mine. Wouldn't be fair. The host can't have to remain unfettered, impartial.
But you had a couple other ones on your list that you should maybe tell us, because I know you were.
I know I did. I had, like I said, I went Chevy Chase at first, then it was Bill Murray, and then another one I didn't mention because I was like, because I thought about it for a second, just because he's so small and squirrely, was David Spade. Like David Spade is
I was
his
thinking Kevin
Oppenheimer.
Hart. I mean, why not, right?
I wasn't gonna race
little
swap it.
twirly.
I was like, I'm not gonna race swap it. I'm not.
I'm fairly sure Jennifer Lawrence invented nuclear fission.
At least that way it'd get made.
Yeah.
We have our representation.
Yeah, if it wasn't for J-Law, I mean, Jesus, what would we have? Oh, nuclear fission. Fission. All right, so yeah, they're still tied up. Sydney Sweeney and Danny DeVito neck and neck. Danny DeVito will I guarantee you he'll cheat and he'll hit her with a stool. That's how he's going over. I'm fucking sure of it, that little weasel. And then he'll start blasting. But we'll let the poll run, giggity, because right back on the other side of this, we've got a few main event topics to get to, and we really need to talk some Poopgate. So,
oh yeah,
I know it's everybody's waiting for shit, right? You're just waiting
everyone
for
get
shit.
your diapers.
No,
get them out because here.
Get your wet wipes.
Here we go. Let's see here. What are we going to transition with? Giggity.
This is a live TV 12 news brief. Get the latest news updates on 12 News Night Watch.
All right, so we've got. Oh my God, I made banners for everything, and I did not. I didn't. There we go. I literally had banners for everything, and I forgot to do them. Look, I had a banner for every fucking headline. Every headline had a banner. That's what it would have looked like if I look. There's one for the game. I had one for the game. That's what it would have looked like if I would have remembered that they were there. But we have it now. We have it now. We have it. I worked all morning on production. That's all I did today. In the morning was production. Then the rest of the day was just housework. Did you hear the rumor Hayden Christensen is going to voice Shadow the Hedgehog?
That doesn't.
Why not?
He doesn't have the voice for it though.
I don't know.
Shadow's got to be like not quite Idris Elba, but closer to Idris Elba. He needs to have.
I've only heard Shadow in like the new cartoon. I don't even know if he was in the old one. Trey's watched them all. I should probably ask him. I don't fucking know. I watched this. What is it? Sonic Prime is the new one with him. But I digress from this, which is Deadpool fucking ads. I don't have the ad blocker on. What a cunt. Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy shares new behind the scenes photo. Japanese logline drops an F-bomb. Yeah. So Sean Levy, he's directed he directs Stranger Things. He's directing this one. And let's see here. Yeah, here's some behind the scenes photos of the boys.
So long, gay boys.
I mean,
is that the point where they started touching tips, or they had already full dock at that point?
They're docking at this point.
Yeah, from Column A.
This isn't a period piece. Why are they sword fighting?
Does anybody? I mean, I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan to begin with, but I mean. What I don't know. What
I would see it as long as the trailer's halfway decent. It's the one. It's the last Marvel movie. I said this years ago. It's the last fucking Marvel movie I'm willing to actually see.
Yeah.
I didn't see those other ones. You guys watched like the last 3 or 4. I fucking skipped them all.
Nice.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, I don't. Let's see. Yeah, I did. I saw Guardians.
Yeah,
I did. I took the wife and kid. They wanted to see that one.
Oh God, I think Infinity War was the last one I saw in theaters. I didn't even see Endgame. I still haven't actually watched Endgame.
You're not missing anything.
No.
Hated it.
I liked it at first, and then it just the farther we get from it, it's like, man, that movie was not good. You know what still holds up? I watched the other day was the first Avengers.
First Iron Man's still really good for an updated version from the comics.
Yeah.
Sorry, I still love the first Iron Man.
Yeah, those original movies are fucking good.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking first Iron Man that's still solid.
Yeah.
Well, the closer you get to 2020, the worse the movies get.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny DeVito is pulled ahead in the poll. 38% to 31.
We know
DJ
he's
Qualls,
sneak ahead.
Qualls is at 19, and Cranston is at 12.
Anyway, I started dropping bombs.
But yeah, this is these are some photos here. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan, but
if it looks good, like Vinny said, like we'll kind of get an idea. If they don't kill it, it would be worth even like because you're like, I'm not a big fan. I don't have a theater, so see, this would be worth going up to your place and your theater. You know what I mean? And going to watch it together to do a review afterwards.
Yeah. And this movie's going to be jam-packed with cameos because almost all of those people are reprising their roles from even like the shittier movies, the Daredevil stuff and Elektra. Like everyone's jumping back in on this. So even if the throwaway scenes or whatever, it's I don't know. They're building something interesting. We'll see. And if they keep claiming it's going to stay rated R, I'm fine. I'm good with it. But PG-13, I'm going to have to see a trailer before I'm even going to consider it.
I'm assuming that TJ Miller will not be in this one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What happened to TJ Miller?
He got me too.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been removed.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks for the crazy lefties.
What up, Scrambles? Hey, my man.
I guess he should have joined the higher club, Vinny. Paid that extra due.
Yeah, I saw that, Clone Geek. They cast this. Who the hell did they cast for Supergirl?
A blonde, didn't they?
Shit. I saw who it was. I can't remember now. I saw it just before we went on air because I was scrolling. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Natalie Dormer, that's for sure. I was watching Game of Thrones the other day, and I was like, man, she was fucking hot.
Her name is Millie Alcock. I'm not kidding you, Millie Alcock.
That's the name of the one.
I couldn't think of her name. That's the one that played Supergirl.
Well.
Yeah, the chick from House of Dragons. Thanks, Hicks Villain. Yeah. That's what I'd seen her in. Was House of Dragons.
The Down syndrome girl?
No.
Yeah, isn't she the original?
Yeah. Oh no, you're right. Chris is right. It's the Down syndrome girl.
Yeah.
Really?
Woo.
Draven will be into it.
Girl.
That's weird.
She looks like she's got like mongoloidism or something.
A little bit.
Yeah. Like I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sometimes she looks hot. Sometimes she looks like she's a little special.
Yep, manliness says Draven wins.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but like look at this picture and tell me you can't hear the mouth breathing.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
I want to suck on some of that.
Hang on, let me share it.
Should be repellent, yo.
Token validation failed. What?
Well, she's not black. I don't know why there'd be a token validated.
Yeah. It did it again. It says token validation failed.
Your Egyptian must be confusing the AI.
Let me see if I can.
Could you share a screen?
Oh my god!
I'll just share my screen if that's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
You're using all of Northern Michigan's internet, Etep. You can't have another tab open.
Yeah,
there's like 7 or 8, 9 tabs open right now.
Where is it? There we are.
Present.
Oh
my god!
Not flattering at all.
No, that's a. Why are her eyes? Why do they get these girls with their eyes so fucking far apart?
I don't know.
They're all hammerhead sharks.
Hey, David, what you doing Friday night, baby?
Because it's a clone. It's a fucked up clone, right? Like it's CG, right? It's not real.
Why are they, dude? Etep, you're right. Like lately, all of these like it girls that they're posting have like hammerhead shark heads. Like
yes,
yeah.
It's like
They
that
do it on
freaking
purpose.
T-Rex that Adrian
Yeah.
Brody banged.
And here's the other thing too, man. Like they're really going with a super young look. That's why they hired her, because she's tiny. She's like fucking 5'1" or something.
Yeah.
She's itty bitty. Her whole frame is tiny. And it's like, come on.
Clone geek. Dude, all right. So I'm not gonna lie, Scrambles. If I was drunk when Amy Schumer first came onto the scene like nationally, if I was absolutely smashed, I would have let her blow me. Like, that's about it.
Because of inbreeding.
Yeah, everybody Krypton had fetal alcohol syndrome.
All I can think of is Will Ferrell shouting at Chaka, "Get back here, you son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Chaka, you little shit!"
She looks slopey. It's not a word, but that's what she looks like.
My God. Dude, now we have Super Duper Girl.
Yeah.
Yay! I can rip
Oh.
the phone book in half.
Yep. Crazy.
For truth, justice, and the ability to not shit my pants.
Truth, justice, and I lick the windows.
Well, all you really have to do is type her name into Google, and you're gonna find so many more photos that look worse than this one. This is
Yeah,
Photoshop.
that's like one of the good ones.
Yeah, this is one of the good ones, and she's Jesus.
My only point is she needs to eat a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
tiny.
she's tiny. Yeah.
Like Helen Slater was like a taller,
perfect.
like yeah,
Is she
very
playing a 12-year-old?
Do you? Well, they
very
got the perfect
statuesque
Supergirl.
woman, a very
Do you remember
beautiful
the-
woman.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the WB had that chick that was in the new V remake? The blonde there that was like one of the V's.
Melissa Benoist. Benoist, is that her name? The one that plays Supergirl?
Yeah.
Like all the CW. Yeah, Melissa Benoist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, well, because they like recast her as the in that new Supergirl one, but I'm talking about the OG, like before the Supergirl show, they had another Supergirl, and it was that impossibly gorgeous blonde from the V remake.
Oh, yeah. I can never think of her name, but I know who you're talking about. Like her face, she just
played Brainiac.
beautiful.
Yeah, she played Brainiac, I think, on there. I watched the first two seasons.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, she's fucking gorgeous. Yeah,
she's too old though now.
This chick's only 5'5".
Yeah,
she's 5'5".
I thought she was smaller
But I
than
can
that.
count up to.
Well, because she's all
she's all
length and no
What's up,
width.
brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking tiny though. Like
She's like that
she has
Kate
a
Moss joking Family Guy.
like that is a diminutive. Yeah, she's like that. She's like Daisy Ridley. She's just tiny, just a little tiny girl.
But even Daisy Ridley, you could tell, like, you know, she worked out. She did.
Yeah,
stuff.
a
Like
little.
this-
Yeah. She has a little bit of like athleticism to her frame. Like this
Yeah.
one just looks waif-like.
Well, Daisy Ridley also doesn't look like she's got an extra chromosome. I mean,
No, she doesn't.
No.
Daisy
No,
Ridley.
but
is
I don't mean to.
gorgeous.
I don't mean to dog on her just for her looks, but I mean
No.
every woman that they've cast in these fucking movies, their eyes are
Oh,
like
yeah.
they are. It's fucking weird.
With everything we said, though, this one was really good in House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah,
She
I
was.
loved her in House
She
of the Dragon.
was.
Yeah.
She looks
I
like she
still
had
haven't
both
made it
an
through the
overbite
finale.
and an underbite at the same time.
Under overbite at the same
How
time.
does she have a jutting lower jaw and still have an underbite?
Laura Vandervoot. Yep. Thanks, brutal. Hail,
Yes.
brother.
Yep.
All
Awesome.
right, we gotta end the
Hail,
recast
brutal.
the role. So Danny DeVito is gonna win
Oh,
with
shit.
37% to 32. So
Sneaky
Vinny,
little bastard.
Vinny wins week one of recast the lead with let's see, we had 37%. We'll keep track of that so we know what our winner gets week by week. So thank you everybody for voting and for playing along with recast the lead. So yeah, this is House of Draven, Deadpool. Jesus Christ! Like I just a full body shiver out of that one. But our next,
again, that Superman movie, though, man. Again, it's headed by a pedophile. Like,
yep,
you know, it's
yep.
Sorry, I got no interest.
No, I don't. I
Mhm.
could give a shit less about it at this
Yep.
point. But what you know, speaking of shit, so Vince McMahon. So for those of you who are not familiar with Vince McMahon and what he's done, we have a woman named Janelle Grant who has come forward and made all these messages allegedly that were sent to from Vince to her, stating the things he wanted to do to her, and he has a collection of sex toys that have wrestlers. Do we have that list of the
I do. I'll
names?
share that real quick.
Yeah.
I own you.
Yeah, he was very possessive of her. This is bordering on like human trafficking, basically. So yeah, we have Dick
She's a
Flair.
prostitute, so is that really human trafficking if she complies?
She did accept money
Right.
for this.
You could have stopped at any time.
I know that's my thought. Is there was no point where she was like imprisoned, like
No,
for any
not saying
length
that
of
any
period
of
of
this is
time.
right or okay. I'm just saying it was too.
No,
she
I'm
was
not
adult
condoning
and
what
okay
happened.
with it up until she wasn't.
And I'm not saying that Vince McMahon isn't a scumbag. I'm not saying that because he is.
Hey, I resent that.
So we have Hulk Hogan, Dwayne the Rock Hard Johnson,
Dick Flair,
Dwayne the Cock Johnson, John Weena, Dick Foley. Just say the Cock Lesnar in Vince's voice. Vinny.
Cock Lesnar, CM Junk, and my favorite, vagina.
And the fact that it's Val Venus posting this makes it even funnier.
Yeah. Vince McMahon black sex toys after black WWE wrestlers, white toys after Caucasian suit. Yeah, and that's the woman right there that finally got over on Vince McMahon. This is it. So to go into a little more about this, so more of this has come out about John Laurenitis, Johnny Ace, who was head of talent relations, meaning he is the direct point of contact between most of the talent and Vince. There's a hierarchy of how you get to Vince. So Johnny Ace, this chick was apparently at his service as well, and there was the suit.
She was his cock sleeve.
That there was times where she would be like, no, and he just whipped it out and right in the mouth.
Jesus.
Yeah. In his office during like office hours, Vince and so Vince had sent Brock Lesnar a picture of her, got him to re-sign. Brock said he wanted her services. The first time he went over to see her, Brock was too drunk to perform. So Vince had called her into his office and had her role play, and Vince was playing the role of Brock, and it apparently got very violent and included that He-Man character Fisto, and a lot of slaps and throwing her around and other like choking and shit like that. Like he was like in character as Brock Lesnar.
Was he calling her Stephanie over and over as well?
I know, as if it's not bad enough as it is. Yeah, so why do you keep calling me Stephanie's name?
Is Brock still married to Sable?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's going to be over pretty quick.
Probably.
Well, and
well, so money.
While all of this is going on, while Johnny Ace has this chick at his beck and call, Vince is doing shit with her, which apparently happened in a limo a couple times. Johnny Ace's wife was living Bella's mom was living across the country, and then she moved out here to be closer to him. And this was still going on while he was in Connecticut at work in Stamford, at the office. Like, so now this is just now coming out. This shit started like years ago. And Johnny Ace, apparently there's been multiple divas that have been seen coming out of his office very distraught. You know, that he's had private meetings with, you know, Manic, I believe. Paul, was it not Paul London? God, I watched so many like of the former personnel talk about this shit. But yeah, it was fucking, it's like, man, this entire, well, okay, I'm not surprised that this is going on.
Yeah.
What I am surprised is that it took this long for all of the business to be out there.
Yeah.
Because I like I said, even on the indie level, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shit that goes on. And when you get up to that level, you know, the WWE, obviously it's all amplified by a million. And I mean, you've got, like I said, now they paid this woman after this time that she was allegedly like begging them to stop. Vince had, I mean, it was like, what did they say? $15,000 worth of Bloomingdale's gift cards directed, like dropped off in her office.
Yeah,
like,
they were saying it was after every one of these encounters or something, they would give her extra on top of what she was being paid.
Yep.
Allegedly, they would hire guys under 18 to set up rings for Pat Patterson.
Yep, and that's the other thing is that's bringing that all back up is how that was covered up in the 80s and the 90s, the Ring Boy scandal. Well, Patterson's dead and gone. You know, there's really nothing you can do to him at this point. It's all going to fall on Vince, really. I mean, that's like this. You've got to look at this in the broader scope. Triple H is going to assume culpability here because this happened while he was in the front office too.
Yep. That's what she said. Everyone on the fourth floor was, if not involved, knew exactly what was going on. Yeah. Photos and videos were being shared and passed around in those offices. And don't forget, that's his father-in-law. Of course he was involved in this shit and protecting him and voting him back in.
Yep.
You know, I know the marks, they want to scream, no, he's the greatest. He's helping so much because he did so great with NXT and all that. Sorry, you can't do that. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, because he did good on one part of the company that he was fucking innocent. Don't forget what Degeneration X was and all that stuff and how many times they fucked over people, how many broads they screwed over and screwed. These aren't nice folks. And all they care about right now is that $5 billion Netflix deal. That's all they give a shit about.
Hope they lose. I really hope they lose it.
Well,
well, if there's more that comes out in Discovery and all that stuff,
yeah,
because they're going to mention more names, more people are going to be dragged into it. And if those photos do exist and do get released, then yeah, I think they could lose that.
Well, I mean, how many? They're gonna have to clean house. Yep. They're gonna have. It's gonna be basically setting off a nuke.
Yep.
You know.
Bruce Pritchard, he's somebody who's highly involved, they said.
Oh yeah. Bruce he was in on everything.
Oh yeah.
He's involved in everything behind the scenes.
Yep. He was there since he was like a freaking, I think, what was he, 15 or something when he first started working for them?
Yeah, I think 15, 16 years old.
You know, that definitely makes his whole time in TNA look very suspect as well.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know he was involved in that.
Yeah, he was in TNA for a couple of years, and basically when he left a dumpster fire.
Wow.
That has taken them years to recover.
Damn.
Yeah, TKO is Oof, yeah, Endeavor, you got REM. Yeah, they just spent all this money and they just had this bomb just go off in their lap. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck did we just buy? Like, how did they not? I don't know. Like, there's no way they didn't know about this when they bought it. I'm sorry. There's no way
I
that
know.
they didn't know.
The Marks are trying to say, well, the owner of that, his daughter was working in the headquarters as well. That doesn't mean shit.
Right? What does that mean?
So she got nailed too?
That's possibly the case as well. I mean, these people, man, these multi-billionaires and stuff, they don't give a shit. They're all insane. Have we not learned that yet?
Right? Right? They said most of these like billionaires and shit like that, these people are fucking, they're psychopaths.
Yep.
And that behavior falls right in line with it. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, look at Bill Gates. He wants to depopulate the world.
Yep.
He literally wants people dead.
Yeah.
He wants to block out the sun.
Okay, Mr.
He's
Burns.
literally said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has. I think that's one reason why Elon Musk might not be as bad, just because he's got that touch of the tism.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of regulates the psychopathic behavior.
I think so.
Yeah, I want to go back to this though. Triple H has taken a lot of heat, man, for his comments at the post Royal Rumble. I watched a little bit of that after we went off the air.
Tommy?
Hey, Tommy.
What's
and
up?
he says we had an amazing week. This is an amazing week for us at this point. I don't even want to get bogged down in the negatives of it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to talk about it either if I was about to be named in a big ass lawsuit, Paul Levesque.
Mm-hmm.
But to say it was an amazing week, like I would have focused on the event. I wouldn't have said anything about the week. Just focus on that night. Yeah.
Well, he's proud because I think his bonus on top of that, he got an extra $5 million. Someone else got an extra $15 million with that deal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he mentioned something about it's the money. You have massive amount of money. He was bragging about his stuff again. These people are deranged.
Well, they said a lot of the problems people finding out shit was Johnny Ace couldn't keep his mouth shut ever.
Mm-hmm.
So he was talking about that Janelle chick, and people in the locker room knew. So that means the Bellas were around then.
Mm-hmm.
So did they not say anything to, but then you figure maybe the wife heard that shit and moved out there because, well, she's going to put a stop to it, because he was making money hand over fist.
Oh yeah.
Laurenitis. So, she doesn't want to give up that gravy train, even though she'd probably get it all in the divorce anyway.
Yeah.
Damn it, Mainliness. Triple H is like a Senate intern, and this woman's lawyers are going to do the pounding.
Yep.
Oh shit. That was good.
Yeah.
They're going to have to have some heads roll on this. There's no way that a lot of those people can come out unscathed.
Mm-mm. No. Like I said, this was like a frat house.
Yep.
It's always been like that. And you know who I really blame on top of all of it? Because he could have put an end to this right when it started or before any of his shit really got out of hand. Was Hogan. All he had to say was, in court, Vince is the guy I got all my steroids from. And Vince would have been thrown in jail. Everything would have been different. If you think about it.
Yep. Can't have anything anymore.
Yeah. And like I said, don't forget, man, there was that scandal with the male referees back in the 80s. They paid them off, and then the story went away. Vince was doing stuff with the male fucking referees.
So, I mean, if we really did like a deep dive and went year by year, say from, I don't know, about
at least 85.
85 to now. and really looked at any controversial storyline that WWE has done and look at the nature and the content of it and what's implied, it's Vince McMahon telling the story all the way from the beginning.
Absolutely. That's what I brought up on the stream last night. The thing with his daughter. I mean, you know, saying that that whole promo, Daddy, I was 17 and you made me do what you promised your business associates what I would do for them. And I did it. I did it for you. That whole fucking speech. Woo. Very telling.
She worked herself into a shoot.
Yep.
That's what we say in the business. You worked yourself into a fucking shoot.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, it's fucking, you know, does it, I gotta ask before we if we kind of move on, does that make you guys look at the WWE from a fan perspective, looking back any differently? Does it diminish the luster of the product?
I feel dirty. Yeah, like why does everything that we ever enjoyed, like, why is everything just ruined by perverts and degenerates?
Right?
Yeah, they should.
Everything, Hollywood, like everything.
Yeah.
Can't we enjoy something? Like, aren't there normal people out there making stuff?
Yep. Back our projects. Back Chris's project. Back mine. There are normal people making books and stuff.
I give you my solemn word that I never shit on some woman's head.
Yes, I could also say the same. I have not shit on a woman's head.
Well, you know, Mainless is right. Well, it's not just Epstein, it's Weinstein. Everyone knew what they were doing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had the power. And they could, you know, take them out.
Yep.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, and there's a reason why a lot of movies are flopping now and certain celebrities are being ignored, because they knew this stuff. And a lot of the public, they're starting to say, oh, yeah, I heard about that. Oh, my God, I forgot what's his name was involved. Yeah, it's disgusting. I'm not going to watch their movies. Look across the board.
Meryl Streep in it.
Yeah.
She praised Roman Polanski.
You remember? Yeah, exactly. Remember when
Nero.
Polanski was like a big thing? He fled off to where was it? Somewhere in Europe?
Switzerland, I think.
Yeah, Switzerland, because he got caught dead to rights doing some nasty shit.
Yep.
He was convicted. It wasn't that he was caught. He was actually convicted in a court of law.
And he fled without extradition. Yeah.
Didn't he go to Greece?
I can't remember. It's some European country, but yeah, he fled to.
Yeah, it's like Tom Hanks.
We're still cheering him on decades later.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, like Meryl Streep calling Harvey Weinstein a god is the best soundbite ever. That is like one of the best sound bites ever. All the celebrities, Robin Williams, the Mashtuka. Yeah. Everybody praising Harvey. Everybody praising Harvey until Harvey wasn't, until they decided he wasn't useful anymore. They got rid of him. They offered him up.
Ball guy.
Yeah, when they become more problematic than they're worth.
No, that's what they do. It's kind of like the whole Sith thing where there's always just a master and apprentice, and eventually the apprentice kills the master. That's how these evil sickos work. Is they they do all this sick perverted shit, and then finally, when the disciple becomes the ruler, they get him canceled. They get their master canceled, and then they become the master.
Oh yeah. Why do you think the gay frog used to try to attack anyone who had real talent? He'd promote them, and then as soon as they start to actually produce things, and he's still fucking 4 or 5 years late on projects, he'd try to badmouth them and try to get the audience to go against them. Man. Same shit, man. It's the same recipe that these scumbags all fucking do.
Speaking of scumbags, before we go over to the Royal Rumble side of things, so Brock Lesnar ordered a tape of Janelle urinating. So she had to film a video of herself urinating and he's mentioned in the lawsuit as former WWE champion
and
former WWE superstar
and UFC champion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking funny, dude. It's like, You know how many fucking marriages this is gonna blow up?
Oh yeah.
You know how
Like,
many
do you think-
fans just lost their lunch?
Mhm.
Do you think?
Yeah,
do
but
you
they're all
think
Sam's
Linda?
anyways.
Do you think Linda will divorce Vince?
Well, she's
No.
known about it for decades.
Yeah,
She's
they're
no-
all
but do you-
marriages.
Yeah, she,
But-
she
but do
they
you-
said she
but-
was living in Florida for she's down there and he stayed in Connecticut. They were separated for a long time, but no, it
Yeah.
didn't matter because when you have that kind of money, they don't give a shit. They have their own lifestyle.
Yeah. they don't
Plus,
care.
she was running for Congress and shit too at one
Yep.
point. It's all about put up a fake face.
Yep. That's it. But do you think now that there's no reason for them to be together, she'll just be like, I'm done?
Probably, yeah, because she could get half of everything he's worth because that's how
Yep.
evil this country
Doesn't
is.
she
Yeah.
have? She would have to if she ever wants to keep her political career.
Well, look at what's his face, the head of Amazon, Jeff Bezos' wife. She was like the number 2 richest person in the world, and it was all because of alimony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Damn, why can't that
That's
happen to us?
pretty much all women that are on those rich lists. They're all because of divorce.
yep,
Right.
parasites.
Well, Dixie
Who
Carter, that from TNA, it was her
Mhm.
dad's money because he had that. Was it an oil company?
Boys, why do you think I shit on them?
Dude, the funniest thing out of this whole thing, other than McMahon shitting on that bitch, was, and I don't mean to make light of assault, I don't, but I mean, come on, there's a nugget of gold in there somewhere. See what I
Well,
did?
again, she was a prostitute.
got
This
paid
wasn't
for
just-
She willingly. That's it, man.
For
I know
money.
everybody's like, oh well, I'm like, but they never. It's not like they kept her in a closet in Titan Tower
Mhm.
and fed her fish heads. She was going home at the end of it. She could have pulled that card at any time and been like, fuck this. I can't do this. I
Mhm.
can't do it anymore. It's demeaning. It's degrading to me, myself, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And called it in and said, fuck you, I'm done.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I'm exposing you and all your depravity, all your bullshit.
Well, here's the thing, and a lot of people.
But she didn't. It was $3 million fucking dollars.
Well, that's it.
She was
signed
promised.
she signed an NDA.
NDA.
She was getting paid. The thing is, this only came out because Vince stopped
Stop
paying.
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, this isn't about the sexual deviant
No.
shit that they were doing.
No, it's about money.
It's bills unpaid. That's all this is. It's just a whore who didn't get paid.
Yep.
That's all this
And-
is about.
Yep, that's what I was. That was basically my point. As I say, I don't feel sorry for her because she was getting paid, and she only brought it to light because the money stopped.
Yep.
It wasn't. It was like you said. It wasn't moral degradation. It wasn't the humiliation of doing that walk back to her office after getting fucked by a 70-something-year-old man.
Mhm.
No, it was. She didn't get the full $3 million she was fucking promised. So, yeah. And Godzillionaire makes a good point. He said, I don't think NDAs are enforceable when there's criminal activity. So if she was claiming assault, that NDA would be null and void.
Here's one for you. Most NDAs are not enforceable by law.
Yeah.
Yep.
So why do people adhere to them then?
Because there is that.
Threat of law.
Yep.
The
Yep.
threat of law. Yeah.
You still got to go to court.
That's
but-
law, just threat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taxation is theft. But yeah, this I don't. I part of me wants to feel sorry for her because, I mean, okay, so she took money for it, but that doesn't mean that they still didn't physically
Correct.
assault her.
Yeah.
So nobody should have to go through that. I'm nobody,
No.
absolutely
Why
fucking
would you
nobody.
go back?
But she kept going, and I know people. Oh well, what is that? Stockholm syndrome. But she was never kidnapped. She was never held against her will.
Uh-uh.
Mhm.
Like for like I said, yeah, maybe for like that during the course of that encounter.
No,
but
she lost all legal claims the moment she returned. It's just like rape. Like
Mhm.
regretful sex is not rape.
exactly, and that's a problem today. You're seeing a lot of that, and it's like, and it's proven false. But then by then, the guy's reputation is already ruined.
Mhm.
He's lost his job because once Pandora's box is opened. It doesn't go back
Nope.
in.
Did you say box?
They tried to do it to Aziz Ansari.
Yep. Well, look at Justin Roiland. Or look at Chris. What's his face? The guy from The Talking Dead.
Yeah,
yeah.
Chris Hardwick.
Chris
Hardwick.
Yeah, destroyed these guys' livelihoods, kicked them out of their what they created and everything.
Yeah,
all on hearsay.
Oh, I got one for you that probably a lot of people don't know. I was watching an interview with Alan Richard, what's his name? Jack Reacher, the big guy. And apparently his manager, who he's been cool with all these years, they've never had any issues, paid everything and whatever they're owed. When the first season of Reacher, before it aired, she tried to blackmail him. And she said, if you don't, I'm gonna say it anyway. Because she wanted to fuck him. And she goes, and if you don't, I'm gonna tell everybody anyway, and you're gonna lose everything, and you're gonna be nothing before this even comes out. And he lawyered up. But the guy was so distraught, so fucked in the head from all of this stuff because the amount of stress he was going through between the show. He completely destroyed his shoulder filming that first season and everything. The guy almost offed himself.
Jesus.
Yeah. Because that's what these bitches do. They help to fuck everyone in the head even worse.
Yeah, that's
crazy stuff, man.
That's
because ultimately nothing came of it, and the show came out and everything's doing good. But yeah, he almost offed himself.
Not the first time we've heard stuff like that happen.
No, but that's we'll try to curtail some depressing talk, and we'll veer it back to something more fun. Should we do that?
Yeah.
No more. We had fun with the show. We did have fun with fecal matter. We're not fecophiliacs though.
No.
Anyhow,
Just McMahon.
Fecophiliac, someone who's obsessed with mookie stanks.
But so I think you guys know what time it is. So we'll play the intro. It's MUG SHAWTYS time, baby. It's MUG SHAWTYS time, baby.
Even better.
There you go.
For everybody here. So I've got our names down here. All right. So CJ has the musical cues ready. So ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to meet our first MUG SHAWTY of the evening?
Yes, sir.
Here she is.
Bring on the daddy issues.
There she is.
I can't fix her.
Yes.
It's like she's
gentlemen.
one short haircut away from a Karen.
The only crime she's guilty of is me getting lost in her eyes.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah. I can fix her. I can
Psycho.
fix her.
And they're straight.
Yeah, they are straight.
That
They're
one night,
proportionate.
I'm sorry. Was it just me that one night one had an eye that was higher than the other? Every one of those chicks.
Yep.
She has like a little dimple thing going on there. It's adorable.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah,
Looks totally evil to me.
I know.
Most of them are.
I can fix her. I can
Looks
fix
like whatever it is that you own, she killed it.
her.
Hold on. I'm just gonna pull a John Laurenitis right in her mouth.
Yep.
No,
What all right, chat. What start
see.
us up? What all right, let's see. We'll go to Vinny. What do you think number one is guilty of?
I'm gonna say DUI.
Vinny's got DUI. Okay. DUI. Chris, what about you, sir?
Well, the pursed lips say either theft or violence. I guess I'll go with theft, like she was caught shoplifting.
Okay, theft. Adam, what about
Drugs.
you?
Drugs.
There was no hesitation.
Nope.
Drugs. Yep. Chris went with
CJ.
violence. You guys have got some covered. I'm like drugs. Yeah. Always.
I'm saying domestic. She looks like she beats her boyfriend repeatedly.
Yeah, she looks like a Karen. Like she's just missing the hairstyle.
She's almost there, Chris.
All right,
She's
so we got
one
domestic
bad fuck
violence, we got
Hey,
drugs,
Dominic
we
Karen.
got theft, and we got a Dewey. Let's see, what do we got in the chat? Manliness says she looks like her bush is beautiful too.
Yeah, she's got those nice eyebrows. I'm betting she's got a pretty manicured downstairs.
She doesn't need a merkin.
It's shaved.
Yeah.
It's shaved.
It's either completely shaved or a very thin landing strip.
Yep. Frankie says I need to see if this one has teeth. Right? That's my linchpin.
That's the thing about Draven not being here. You know, he can find this stuff out for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Godzillionaire says I'm guessing theft. Brutal offense. She fed her boyfriend his own dog.
God damn.
Damn. That's specific.
Nelson, black magic and baby eating it. Google Chrome chugger. Manliness. I would feed her something long and hard. God damn it. Her pupils aren't dilated. This is tough.
Yeah, he's got a point. It's hard to figure out that.
Yeah.
Look at her hair. Fighting. All right. So we've got our guesses in from the panel. Are we ready for our reveal? Shorty, number 1, was guilty of third degree grand theft for Shorty number 1. Yes. She will steal your heart. She will steal your wallet, your car, your credit card, probably your identity, probably your kids' juice boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, Godzillionaire and I got this one.
Yep. Chris gets the gold star for number 1.
She could have been drunk driving as well while she was
on drugs.
It looks like she's actually asking the person who took the mugshot if she could speak to their manager.
Can I speak to your manager, or can I give you a BJ to get out of this?
All right. Now, if you thought Shorty number 1 was good, boys, Shorty number 2, she's not missing anything either. So, ladies and gentlemen, here she is, our Shorty, Mug Shawty number 2.
I want to say violence.
I'm thinking violence as well. Some kind of.
She looks
Massive
mean.
Violence then fed you your animal while smoking a joint and doing cocaine on your busted skull.
Whoa.
So that looks like a chick who gets in fights.
Yeah, with that peroxide job, yeah.
Yep. Manliness says she has a touch of Downs.
Maybe. You know what else I'm seeing here, though?
Hey, at least her eyes are. Well, no, her eyes are kind of a little lopsided a little bit.
They are borderline. They are borderline.
I don't know. I have 2 right now that I'm leaning towards because I don't know if it's the influence of what you guys said too, but she looks a little tough. I was thinking fighting, but I'm also thinking she's got a school teacher vibe. I'm thinking she did something with kids.
And her nose don't look busted.
Vinny's saying, all right, I got you down.
Most chicks that are like they've had busted noses, dude. I don't think her nose been busted.
Godzillionaire says DUI. What do you got, Chris?
I want to say violence, but this could go either way. God damn it! Like this is hard. Like because they're all evil, so it's hard to determine what their sins are. They should all just go, burn.
Witch.
Now I'm starting to see why they invented the Malleus Maleficarum, the witch hammer. Yeah, I would say probably violence, but yeah, I guess if one guess violence.
Okay, Adam,
drugs.
Adam sticking with drugs. CJ,
I was thinking DUI on this one.
CJ's got a DUI. All right. So the chat, Brutal says she fed her boyfriend his side chick. God damn.
Brutal. Damn.
What's with all the Scott Tenorman references?
Yeah,
I was gonna say Brutal just watched the Scott Tenorman fucking chili episode today, I think. She shit on a prostitute and stopped paying her. God damn it, Manliness. Frankie says possession of drugs. All right. We have our panel's votes locked in. It is now time for the reveal of what this blonde bombshell straight out of the peroxide aisle actually did. So here we are, folks. Shorty number 2.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, she'll help you do your hair. She will give you makeup tutorials. She will stare at you with those baleful brown eyes. But just do not ask her to take you to the store or to work because she just got popped for drunk driving. So
I should have just pulled an Adam and stuck with my first one.
yeah. Who's gonna take you
He
home?
was looking at that kind of drooping left eye,
Yeah.
and
Well, I was
it looks a
thinking
bit
cocaine.
dilated. So I'm thinking that my first thought was she was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
She's got alcohol eye.
CJ's
Alcohol.
got CJ's
Well, like we
got
thought she
one
like
point.
had violence, but like I said, no busted nose, and I thought maybe coke. But I'm like, I'm gonna go with drugs because you could be buying pot, or.
Yep.
And again, it just depends. Like back in our day, they get you for smoking weed. Nowadays, it's more okay, so you never know. But DUI,
Yeah.
I could see that now, but I still think she's there. It was a violent DUI.
I still say she's a teacher.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Vinny.
You guys ready for Shorty number 3?
Oh,
All right, this one is, I think this might be one of the favorites of the evening. Gentlemen, here she is, Shorty number 3. Boom. What do we think, boys? She's got a very, like, I don't know. I
say possession of drugs and distribution. So something with drugs, definitely something with
The
drugs.
pink hair says
Vagina.
lefty, so yeah, she's definitely a drug addict, but I don't know if that's what got her.
She
like,
dyed her eyebrows.
Yep.
Mhm.
Having sex in public.
I think
There's
she's got a
somebody to make
cholo for a boyfriend.
Is
Yeah.
that your guess, Adam? Public
Yeah.
fornication? Okay.
I'm going to
Public
say
what?
fornication in public. I'm going to go away from the drugs because everybody else
Okay.
is saying drugs. And I would have said drugs, but I'm saying she just looks like one that would have been banging something in public. I don't know why.
2 weeks ago, I got almost every single one of these. Tonight, I'm missing them.
I know I got a couple too.
Yeah.
One week. But it's that's what makes this so fun.
So,
Well, they're all
see-
evil, so it's
Oh,
hard
yeah,
to
yeah.
determine their sin.
How is the degree of their evil?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
To what degree? What do you got, CJ?
I'm thinking with the dye job and of everything, there's violence in those eyes. So I'm thinking some sort of assault or battery.
Okay.
It's possible too.
Not necessarily domestic, just some kind of assault and battery.
All right. Assault.
She's got a 9-volt and some salt. I got you.
And Chris, what's yours, bro?
Well, the pink hair and the possible looks like a nose ring or something that was in there at one time, and all that other shit says that she's a fruity lefty. She's most likely on drugs, but I don't think that's what got her. I think she did a kid.
Okay.
Possible.
this
Yeah,
is-
lefties are known for that.
Kid diddler.
Yeah, she's
All
like a teacher or something.
Yep.
Fornication.
All right, boys. Here it is. The reveal of Mug Shorty number 3 with her two-tone pink hair, perfectly shaped and manicured eyebrows, eyelashes,
I bet
beautiful blue eyes, decent looking lips, porcelain skin. What is she guilty of other than stealing my heart tonight? Possession of a controlled substance. She had mushrooms.
I got this one.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, there was clearly drugs involved, but I didn't think that was going to be what got her.
Mushrooms.
No, I figured it was like fucking in the woods or something where she got
Yeah.
the mushroom.
She looks like a
could have
dirty
been-
girl.
She could have been on the way to go fuck in the woods and she got busted.
This
Fuck
This
her up there.
cute- this cute mushroom enjoying chick was doing nothing wrong. She was committing no crime. Just trying to simply enjoy some escapism
Mhm.
when those fascist pigs came and harshed her mellow. Man.
Well, shit. I guess I should have stuck with my normal drugs.
Honey, don't worry. I've already sent $100 to your commissary account. Daddy will be there soon. Just remember, you're mine.
What
Open
state?
your mouth.
I promise I will never Never defecate on you.
What about in her?
Usually,
Nah,
what about
I don't.
in her?
I'm not the German. I'm not German. I don't.
You're not gonna be all soft serve that thing.
No
Good
German
Lord.
Scheiße films in my house.
Jawohl.
no.
Das
Ja,
Kacken
ja.
ist verboten.
His cock and his
Why he's got an electric stove?
You're hiding the Scheiße films under the floorboards, aren't you?
Did it say what state
Yes,
she was in?
There's a cast of a Scheiße film under your floorboards, isn't there, Etep? Would you welcome the Scheiße film into? I'm not going to. Oh. Would you welcome Scheiße into your house? No, unless it's in the toilet.
There's a knock at the door and it's got a
Taylor
little white
Swift
shirt
did.
and a black tie.
It's knocking on the door, just.
You know, Vince at least at some point had someone recreate Two Girls, One Cup.
Oh, jeez.
You can never eat peanut butter ice cream again because of that video.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
Woo!
I was thinking that. Thank you.
I've been waiting to use that gift for so long. It finally worked. All right. Back to the shorties. I need a palate cleanser after
Yeah.
that.
After that, yeah.
I need to go back to my pink-haired hottie for a minute here. But no, we got to move forward, gentlemen. That's the only way because time waits for no man. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mug Shawty number 4. Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me?
Well, to get a tattoo on your face,
It's
definitely
just
she's a
sister's
girlfriend
friend,
of,
right?
of someone from a gang.
Does that say Memento Mori?
What?
It says Memento Mori.
I don't know what does that mean?
Death memory.
Mhm.
Basically those photos. Remember back in the 1800s, that movie, what is it? The Others, where they were looking at those photos of the dead people.
Yeah.
That's a Memento Mori.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say she was involved in murder. I'd say probably possession of some kind of weapon as well. Aggravated assault. I think there's a number of charges on this one. I don't think it's just one.
So we'll go with murder and weapons possession.
Yeah. Drugs are definitely involved as well. She probably possession of drugs.
God,
I
yeah.
think it's a myriad of things. I think on this one.
All right. What about you, Chris?
What isn't this girl in?
She's got a rap sheet longer than a CVS receipt.
Yeah. Would it be funny if it was just speeding?
Oh, I'm sorry.
My answer is like speeding because that could be drugs or like car driving speeding.
So Memento Mori means remember you must die. And it's probably a gang thing.
That's what I said.
Yeah, like that's total. Like the neck tattoo, the face tattoo.
Yep.
I think that might be a tear on her eye. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Or
He's
cheek.
murdered.
It'd be a little bit low. Wouldn't it be a little bit lower on her cheek?
Yeah, I don't
If it
know.
was
I'm
one
not
of
up with
those.
all the life failure
Yeah,
lingo.
we're
But
not in California, so I don't.
this is
Yeah.
definitely fuck, man. It's like everything. It's like drugs. It's like she's like the wheelman of a fucking getaway car.
Yep.
I guess I'd say like possession of a weapon or something. Like
Okay.
drugs and
Chris has
possession
got
of a weapon.
drugs and possession of a weapon. All right.
Yep.
All right. What about you, Adam?
Speeding.
Speeding.
I'm sticking with speeding because that could go multiple ways. That could be cocaine. That could be driving away from the cops. That could just be, yeah. Yep.
CJ, what do you say?
I'm saying possession with intent to distribute.
All right. Possession with intent.
So I'm assuming she's getting in on the family business.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frankie is right. Her tattoo.
Yeah.
She works at Disney.
So considering Disney these days,
She's a
She's Disney princess.
Was she one of the Disney swingers? Did you see that video?
oh god, yeah, the gay guy who's trying to
Laugh.
convince everyone.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, this gay guy and his girlfriend.
Yeah. And she has a laugh like Vicky Guerrero.
Oh, God.
Would you look at that?
All right, boys. Are we ready for the
Dominating.
reveal?
The guy who pooped on her and stuff.
Oh no!
Cut you.
That was great.
Here she is, folks. Shorty number 4, and her charge is contempt of court, libel, slander, and resisting a court order. This girl's previous mug shot is the most like Shorty ever.
We were all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. No,
That's the bit outside.
Yeah, we don't know what the original court was for, though.
Right.
But that it was last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she is let's see. Yeah, nobody got a point that round. So the score right now is Chris with 1, CJ 1, and Vinny with 1, and Adam has his pride still. Not a shred of dignity though. There's none of that to be had.
No dignity.
No doubt.
I got integrity.
Wait, it's
Integrity.
it's no. All right. Are we ready? No more kazoo solos, I promise, because it is time for Shorty number 5. Here she is. Here she is. Here she is, boys.
Fucking factory. Yeah.
Oh, there's some meth involved with that. With those neck scratches,
Yep.
there's like coke, something. She's doing the
Yep.
Dave Chappelle Tyrone gimmick.
Look
Let
at
me tell you something, Joe Rogan.
This is definitely a
Look
fight. This is domestic dispute. This is violence. This is assault, and drugs were involved. So
Stabby.
all right. Vinny's got domestic dispute.
no,
drugs.
no, it's not just that. Like I said, this is assault. Assault is that trumps the domestic dispute.
Then he's
Got
got
it.
some Mortons.
There's
And you said
definitely-
drugs. Okay.
and drugs, yeah.
Chris, what do you got?
Oh, this one's a hard one.
Is
Clearly those are scratches from some type of tussle. I mean, if it was just like the scabies or whatever, it would just be on her neck, not her chin. That chick got into a tussle.
Mhm.
I would definitely say there's violence involved, either assault and battery or aggravated assault or something.
Yep.
All right. So battery, aggravated. All right. Okay. Adam, what do you got?
If she didn't stab and kill him, she's about to.
Those eyes are far apart too.
Are you saying
Yeah.
murder? Or
Are you-
just
Are you going murder?
I think somebody was stabbed or about to be stabbed. She's definitely on drugs. But look at them eyes, dude. If she didn't stab somebody, she's fixing to.
So you're saying she stabbed somebody? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely a violent bitch.
All right, actually, I'm going to change mine. I'm thinking this is a domestic with her lesbian lover.
Okay.
they were fighting over the cat? That's what the scratches were.
Well, I mean, the highest rate of domestic violence is lesbian couples.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And
True.
when I say cat, I'm talking about her pussy.
All right. So, let's see here, folks. All right. What up, Soul Assassin? Hail. Let's go through some of these in the chat here. Just go up to the 4th floor of the WWF headquarters, Frankie. Oof. She looks so basic. What did she do? Steal some gum, or her man didn't call her? Sexual misconduct with a mastiff. That would explain the scratches.
Wow.
A mastiff. God damn. That's like fucking an NBA player. Domestic dispute. Says Godzillionaire Frankie. She exterminated the cat that scratched her neck. Nelson, she committed a crime. I win.
Right.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Felony mopery. The eyes, Chico. The eyes never lie.
Always in the eyes.
That's it. Yeah, this one has some evil fucking eyes.
Yeah.
So we've got our guesses locked in on the panel, boys. It is time to reveal.
But if you cover up everything else, her eyes do look kind of nice, though.
They do. They're borderline too far apart, though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But here we go, folks. As soon as my mouse, what the fuck? I need a new mouse. I swear.
It's got that far away look in her eye, like I'm gonna stab you.
I know. I could just reach forward, but I refuse to. All right, here we go. The reveal of Shorty number 5. Involuntary manslaughter. Stabbed her boyfriend 108 times, killing him in what they're calling a cannabis-induced psychosis. When cops came to arrest her, they tased her and beat her with a baton, and she started stabbing herself at the same night.
Holy shit.
When they got out with 120 hours of community service.
I knew there was violence, dude, but I
yeah.
didn't think it was that extent.
Well, I said that there was definitely, there was violence, there was assault, there was drugs involved. Do I get a half a
domestic
point?
too.
So
He said, do I get half- Does that mean I get extra because I was extra stabby, right? I mean,
Vinny gets a point for that.
Adam
Chris
definitely got points.
Chris is getting a point for that. Adam fucking spot on gets a point for that. And CJ said it was specifically lesbian
I was off
domestic
on that.
violence.
It's the best thing.
No assassin. I did not say I wanted her, by the way. I did not say that at all. Not once did I say that.
Yeah, this story pissed me off because she only got community service. She didn't even get prison time for this.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Privilege, yeah. Women are protected in our society.
Oh, this is the one from California?
Yeah. I'm sorry, but unless that cannabis was laced with something, that's impossible to get a psychosis and go crazy on weed.
What, like reefer madness? Like that doesn't exist.
Yeah, trust me, it doesn't exist.
I haven't
That's
ever
not-
found it yet. I'm still looking.
The anglers to get is somebody who ate all the Doritos. Like,
Yeah, that's the worst thing I do is I play wrestling video games. I beat people up on a video game or play Grand Theft Auto if I'm stoned.
I lift weights and eat corn pops.
So we've got Chris and Vinny both tied with 2 points apiece tonight, and Adam and CJ have 1. But what we're going to do is we're going to start keeping score over the next couple weeks, and we'll see who comes up, and we'll keep, like I said, I'll have the running total going. And that, folks, was this evening's Mug Shorties. And you know, they tell you in comedy to leave them wanting more and leave on a high note. And this is that high note right now because we're right at the 2-hour mark. So I wanted to say thank you. Nelson, wait, we do have a video to play for Nelson. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I remember we got it right here. Hang on. Let me pull this up. There we go right here. Is it wait, is this the is it the music video, Nelson?
Should be. I know he said it was safe for the channel.
Okay. All right. I got it. Let me present that. All right. And here we go. Make sure the audio is good.
This is funny as fuck, but it's also a fucking banger.
I know. This is actually a badass song.
Well, it sounds like something you'd hear on the radio back in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck you for killing everything I love. How the fuck
Uh-huh.
you even have a job?
Was he speaking Yiddish, Chris?
Blach. Yes, we are a very phlegm-based language.
That was actually dope.
Yeah. Bravo.
That was really good. Thank you for that, Nelson. That was actually really good. And thank you for the super chat, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you everybody in the chat for voting in the poll earlier for Recast the Lead, which we'll be playing again next week. If you guys enjoyed that, it'll be back next week. We'll have more Mug Shorties for you next week. And but before we get to next week, we got a lot more at the channel here, folks. I'm sorry I didn't get to Tales from the Crypt. Work ran over last week, and I'm not going to be able to do it on Thursday because I will be at the ski place tubing with the kids. So we have a field trip. So Mr. Pete will be sitting at the bottom of the hill getting plowed over by the little rugrats when they come down their fucking tubes at 90 miles an hour. Yeah, that's my that's going to be my Thursday. So if I can fit it in Friday, which I'm not sure if I can, I'm going to try. We will get the Tales from the Crypt. If not, I will do it Saturday. Maybe. I'm not sure if we have plans or not, but I think we might have plans. Who the fuck knows? I will fit it in before Sunday, though. I will get you 1 hour, and we will do the Tales from the Crypt shows. But tomorrow night, what I was saying was, before I get too far ahead of myself, as I'm already into fucking Saturday, tomorrow night, Royal Rumble 99. We watched 98 last week, so I figured we would, why not? Let's watch 99 tomorrow. And Chris really was rough on Vinny in this match. Adam back there was really rough on that large.
It's Cashman, not Vinny.
That large black man back there, which I'm not sure. I think that might be CJP. I'm not sure.
Hey,
Oh, we got a team.
But you're the world's strongest man.
I was born a poor black child.
My name is Naven R.
What?
Johnson. But
All
yeah,
right, the other week I was Mark Henry, so it's your turn. Tag, you're it.
yep.
right.
I was D-Lo last week, and I was darker than him. I don't know how that worked. I went to the tanner too much. But no, so yeah, tomorrow night at around 8, probably 8, between 8:15 and 8:30. Just depends on what time I get Trey to bed. We'll kick off the show, and we'll watch Royal Rumble 99. So yeah, tune in for that. Wednesday night, holy shit news. Ryan Roger F.A. will be here this week. He apologized for big time in us last week and sleeping through the show. How dare he? They're 8 hours ahead across the pond there, where we, the people that got mad, we threw their tea in the harbor. But anyway, folks, you guys know Vinny has the show on. Are you guys doing the show Thursday, or are you taking Thursday off because Tommy is not streaming tomorrow?
Right now, I don't know. I got to double check with my friend too, because I think I'll be headed to MegaCon.
You're going to the con. Yeah, you're going to
Yeah,
MegaCon.
so I might not be doing any streams this weekend.
That's right. Okay, so if Vinny is not streaming on Friday, then we might take that time slot and do Tales from the Crypt then. But that's only if he's not going to stream on Friday. I just slide right in there and just take that for the week then. But that's only if he's not going to be streaming. If he is, then we'll figure out another time. But we hope you're at MegaCon having a good time and selling some books, brother.
Yeah, I hope so too. Fingers crossed on all that.
Honestly, we love it when you're here. But if you get a chance to go to MegaCon and sell some books and do some networking, then by all means, man, get the Mela art world out there.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got to show you guys the banner too at some point.
Yes.
But yeah, that turned out really nice.
Excellent. And CJ has his show on Thursday.
Yeah, 7. I've got Master Swag King coming on. We're going to be talking live stream / podcasting audio. You know, tips and tricks and do's and don'ts and things like that.
Nice.
So that's going to be fun. And then I just checked my back end, and I am 24 subs and 12 watch hours away from getting monetized.
Nice.
Oh yeah, man.
I am an unshitted on pubic hair width away.
Oh, no.
He did check his back end, he said.
I did.
He did.
McMahon would be proud.
And,
I'm sorry, I forgot I got Swift stuff.
Chris, you got anything coming up this week, man?
I think Thursday I'll be reviewing, or not really reviewing, but just going over the Lucent on the Immortals channel.
Okay.
So,
All right. And yeah, I will be on A Common Idiot this Thursday night. Actually, I just remembered that. I think I'm going to be on A Common Idiot with Matt this Thursday, and you can catch me as the unofficial 5th member of the World Class Bullshitters. I'll be sitting in for Kendo on Thursday, February 8th, and Thursday, February 22nd as well over there, folks. And if you are wondering, I have not acknowledged the loss the Detroit Lions suffered because I am not emotionally ready for that pain yet. That wound is still a big gash on my heart. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in this evening. We will see you guys back here. I'm going to try to get at least one video out this week. Sorry for the lack of videos, but we've been keeping you busy with live streams, folks. So enjoy, and maybe I'll have my editor extraordinaire clip some of the live streams up into single releases down to segments. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I am Etep from the Place to Be Reviews, and we have been here with all yous. If we don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and folks, we will catch you on the next one.